Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're jumping right back into the NWA here. Tonight we're going to be running NWA Pressure Point episode 2 here now. Let's run right down this match card real quick. We got Baron Von Storm versus Colby Corino versus EC3 with the winner facing Thom Latimer for the Worlds Heavyweight Championship at September Slamboree. The Country Gentlemen versus the Southern Six for the United States Tag Team Championships. Alan Angels versus Cotto Brazil, with the winner facing Alex Taylor for the Junior Heavyweight Championship at September Slamboree. Natalia Markova versus Tiffany Neves. Burchell versus JJ Steiner for the TV title. Carson, Bartholomew Drake, and Zion versus Brian Idol and Mims. Salvation versus Tyler Franks, with the winner facing Willie Mack for the Mid-America Championship at September Slamboree. And one more time, we're going to say it again. Blunt Force Trauma versus Size Matters, with the winners facing Old School Tough for the World Tag Team Championships at September Slamboree. And then, on the pre-show, we just brought in two big beefy guys right here, and we're going to see how they do. Bear Bronson versus Rhino, and the newly reunited Caribbean Flow take on the team of Kylie Page and Miss Star. Let's jump right into that one. And we kick off with the team of Kylie Page and Miss Star defeating Caribbean Flow. Ruthie J seemed out for game. Rosa was head and shoulders above everyone else, getting a 42 rating here. We love that. Kylie Page and Miss Star got an excellent chemistry rating. That wasn't really English. Whatever. 35 rating for this match. Not too great, but it's a pre-show match. Doesn't really matter. We move on to our second match of the pre-show here. Baron Bronson versus Rhino, which gets us a 42 here, and we see Rhino defeat Bear Bronson in about 9.5 minutes with the gore. Rhino 45, Bear Bronson 43. We might look to keep these two around, because they did pretty good. Bear Bronson gimmick, great. Rhino gimmick, very good. We love to see that. And after the match, these two shake hands, showing some level of mutual respect here, getting us a 50 rating right there. And we jump into the main card here, starting off with Blunt Force Trauma versus Size Matters, where Blunt Force Trauma get the win, of course, in just under 8 minutes, when Carnage pinned Sam Stackhouse with the M80. Carnage carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, getting us a 42 there. The lowest of the match was Eric Smalls. Eric Smalls and Sam Stackhouse don't work well as a team. We've already seen that before. Damage and Aaron Stevens are an awkward pairing. That's interesting. So we got bad things going on both teams here. Carnage and Damage have great chemistry when teaming together, though. Aaron Stevens did some good work at ringside. A 39. Once again, for where we're at in the NWA, we're at what is it? I think we're at like 32 popularity. So anything above that really is good. I'd love to see not yellows or anything of the sort, but this isn't awful. It's a good start. Also, I'd like to point out we're in the Largo Event Center once again, just barely missing out on a sellout crowd, off by 5 people. Maybe we can call in some friends real quick, sell it out. And after this match, Blunt Force Trauma destroyed Size Matters, and Eric Smalls uses his last little bit of fight in him to try and fight off Blunt Force Trauma by himself. And they send him through a table. 33 rating. Sam Stackhouse is going to be pissed. After this, we move on to another match, Salvation versus Tyler Franks, where Salvation gets the win with a corkscrew somersault leg drop in about 10.5 minutes. Salvation, the better opponent of this match, as expected. 34 rating here. I'm not going to say it every single time, but that's alright. But during the match, PJ Black distracted Tyler Franks, causing him to lose the match. I meant to actually put that in the road agent notes, but I forgot. Oh well. But he ends up running off Franks. Hold on, what? PJ Black runs off before Franks can do anything. The Righteous clearly aren't done with the slime balls and Tyler Franks. 41 rating. That's good. Then we move on to another match. Carson, Bartholomew Drake, and Zion versus Brian Idol and Mims. where the former TV champ and the current national champion get the win over Carson Bartholomew Drake and Zion in about 12 minutes, with Mims pinning Zion. Drake and Zion have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. That's okay. This isn't meant to be a long-running thing. Mims was really off his game. What did he get? He got a 29 here. Yikes. And he's the champion in this match. Brian Idol had a 37. He just lost the title. Maybe that wasn't the best decision. We'll see. Black G's did some good work at ringside. 37 rating. Alright. And after the match, Drake and Zion attack Idol and Mims. Drake demands a national title match at September Slamboree. Spoiler alert, he's gonna get it. 35 rating. It's alright. We move on. Burchell versus JJ Steiner for the TV title, where JJ Steiner retains with a Steiner recliner, making defense number 1 of the TV title. JJ Steiner had the better performance. We love that. Scott Steiner did some good work at ringside, 43. See, this is about what I'd like to be seeing right now. In the 40s. That's where I'd say is pretty solid right now. Up into 50s and past that, that's great for where we're at. 43, that's good. We love to see that because I'm loving this JJ Steiner gimmick. And before we can move on to our next match, Tiffany Neves comes out and announces that with Valentina Rossi's injury, sorry, I don't know, maybe it's Rosie, but she's been given permission to vacate the NWA World Women's Tag Team Championships. And if she wins her match tonight against Natalia Markova, she'll go on to September Slamboree to face Kenzie Page for the Women's World Championship. 30 rating, that's not good. It's okay. We move on to the match here, though, where Tiffany Neves does get that win over Natalia Markova in just under 14 minutes. Natalia had the better performance of this match. That's alright. 41 rating. That's solid. And then, in our next match, Alan Angels versus Cotto Brazil. Alan Angels gets the win over Cotto Brazil in about 12.5 minutes with the Bully Club. 50 rating, that's the best so far on the show. This is what I'm talking about. This is good. Cotto Brazil 52, Alan Angels 47 out. I expected that to be the other way around, but I'll take it, whatever. And we move on to the Righteous backstage. They call out the Slime Balls for just a regular tag team match at September Slamboree. No PJ Black, no Tyler Franks, just 2-on-2. 70 rating. We love that. The Righteous are great. This is amazing. Masterful job of improvising interactions with the crowd for both of them. Vincent's getting better at his gimmick. We move on to a semi-main event, the Country Gentlemen versus the Southern Six. Country Gentlemen looking to get their titles back. Will they do it? And no, they won't. The Southern Six defeat the Country Gentlemen in about 15.5 minutes when Kerry Morton submitted Casey Kazana. The Southern Six makes defense number 1 of the United States Tag Team titles. Best performance of this match, Alex Taylor. That's great considering he's a double champion right now. AJ Kazana was the better half of his team. Casey was really off his game though. 41 rating, solid. And time for your main event, Baron Von Storm versus Colby Corino versus EC3, who will go on to September Slamboree, challenging for the NWA Worlds Heavyweight Championship. And it's EC3. He pins Baron Von Storm with the 1%er. Colby Corino carried the match in terms of in-ring performance, so that's great. We love Colby. Colby 52, EC3, worst of the match actually, with a 39, and yet he's the one who won. He's the one with the most popularity in this match. Interesting. Just gotta give props to current day NWA sometimes, because EC3 is the one that gets pushed the most out of these, and I'm kind of continuing that a little bit right here. And he's the worst. It's whatever. 50 rating, that's good. And after the match, EC3 is celebrating his win. He gets another shot at the NWA Worlds Heavyweight Championship, a year removed from losing it to our current champ. Speaking of him, Thom Latimer makes his way out and goes face to face with EC3, telling him he's already lost 3 times to him. When it comes to this title, at least, that September Slamboree, it's going to be 4. 46 rating, Thom Latimer clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and performed well. EC3 improvised well throughout the segment. And our show overall gets a 52. That's good. We love to see that. See you guys in the next video, where we're going to run down September Slamboree. Let me just run through some of this card here real quick based off of what's on my screen, because I don't have it fully locked into my brain. So we have EC3 versus Thom Latimer, Alan Angels versus Alex Taylor, Tiffany Neves versus Kenzie Page. We have Carson Bartholomew Drake versus Mims for the national title. We're going to have Zion versus Brian Idol. We're going to have Salvation versus Willie Mack. We're going to have The Righteous versus the Slime Balls. We're going to have Blunt Force Trauma versus Old School Tough. And I can't really remember anything else, but it's going to be a big show. It's going to be really exciting. See you guys there for that one. Peace. I'm out.